Hi, everybody. I'm Bryan Mudd, a fan of South Plains politics. Here's your talking points for this week. The Texas legislature did not change, but will its politics change at all in January? A peek at their priorities for the next session. And the city council did not change, but will its politics now change when faced with the challenge of appeasing Lubbock's pro-life voters?
From the studios of KAMC Television in Lubbock, your local election headquarters. This is Talking Points with Bryan Mudd.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Also this week, a return on investment. If the events of this past election week have left you wondering what just happened, the easiest answer is that what happened is what always happens here. Texas Republicans vote Republican, and there are just more Republican voters here than there are Democrats, and no amount of money has changed that. Maybe the best example is this race for the Texas Railroad Commission. Lots of outside money poured in, millions from Mike Bloomberg alone, because Democrats thought Krista Castaneda was their best chance at a statewide elected position like this in 25 years. She wasn't. Republicans voted Republican despite her qualifications and went with Jim Wright, who was also qualified, by the way. And the U.S. Senate race, M.J. Hager ended up with nearly $25 million in Democratic Party money for a massive TV and internet commercial blitz. Didn't matter. Republicans voted Republican and went back to good hand John Cornyn for a fourth time. Turns out the only real race where that scenario didn't entirely play out was the vote for president. Not here in Lubbock, but certainly around the state and around the country. And the delays, the lawsuits, and the lack of closure seems to be just adding to our 2020 anxiety now as we wait for an end to this. So in between our own deep breaths and Xanax, we decided to see what was on your mind.
A little deflated. Very much deflated.
Very nerve-wracking, very nerve-wracking. Didn't sleep very well last night.
And I can watch my TV shows, and then there isn't any eruptions.
I think that our current president represents the worst in America. You know, I'm a veteran. I'm a Vietnam combat veteran. And here's a guy that never served. He knocked veterans. He disrespects women. In fact, he's not even qualified to be in office.
I hope that Biden do come into office and, you know, we can slowly but surely see those changes. But one of my main focus is about, you know, what it is with the black community.
As long as it's fair, I feel real good. Thank you very much. It represents freedom, represents equality, opportunity. It represents law, order, represents all of those things that other countries just do not have. And I've lived in these other countries. I've lived in Africa, I've lived in Europe, and I'm about God, family, business, and that's how President Trump operates.
I'm very disappointed. I think that it's a matter of time till Texas turns blue, given all the demographic changes. And I'm hopeful that the rest of the country chooses Biden.
We're just going to go back to our family, get on our knees, pray to our Lord, you know, and keep moving on.
All right, and back with us now is the winner and still champion of District 19, Congressman Jody Arrington. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, Bryan.
Your job takes a lot of time and effort here, and often fighting battles and doing things on several fronts at one time. It's got to be nice to see that people recognize that good things have come from all that work, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's very affirming that we've taken the field with great passion for our place, West Texas, and for the people and values of West Texas. We've made a lot of headway, whether it's farm bills or trade deals that are good for West Texas, good for the country. They know we're fighting the fight for freedom and for our traditional American values, no doubt. So, yeah, it's an honor, and man, I couldn't do it without the sense that this community was behind me, and I couldn't do this, I don't think, for another part of the country. I mean, this country's great because of the values of our people back here in West Texas, and they know what's on the line. The stakes are high, very, very stark choice these days in national politics, and they know where they are. I know squarely where I am, and so I just want to say thanks to the good people of West Texas for letting me fight the fight on their behalf for another 2 years at least.
Yeah, and now talk
we'll
about
take it 2 years at a time.
Yeah, 2 years at a pop here. We'll talk about the next 2 years and the House that you're going to be returning to here with all this. Democrats put a lot of money into trying to make some gains in Texas, and it didn't happen here. or really in a lot of other parts of the country as well.
Yeah, we flipped at this point, and they're still calculating some of these races that are too close to call, but we have 7 Democrat seats that went Republican. Our neighbor in eastern New Mexico, Xochitl Torres Small, is now Yvette Harrell. We've got Oklahoma. This is the ag and energy triangle. So, of course, the Green New Deal wasn't going to sell in rural America. In fact, I think a lot of the flip is on account of the Democrat Party today has really catered to the radical left, and they've left behind some of the more moderate mainstream guys. I mean, the chair of the Ag Committee, Colin Peterson, is gone. Right. And it's because he was left high and dry, couldn't go back and explain defunding the police in small-town USA. Not to mention, we're getting more female and Hispanic, more diversity in the Republican Party, and that's great because it shows that our values are for all Americans, and it's also a better sell, especially with suburban women, which seems to be the toughest nut to crack for our president. So I think the best is yet to come, and I'm very pleased with the outcome, and I'm also, though, still very anxious about the presidential.
Well, yeah, as we sit here, I mean, there's talk from the White House of recounts and lawsuits, which is their right to do. From what you hear, do you get the feeling that this is the right thing to do, though?
Well, I think the right thing would have been to continue counting into the wee hours of the morning and not stop. Right. I think that raised questions. And look, I don't want to cause greater lack of confidence. I want us to settle in and let the process work its way out. But Americans, and especially conservative Republicans, watched sort of at all cost the end justifies the means strategy by Pelosi and the Democrats on Russia collusion, on impeachment. It was a major overreach. It was like they were willing to do anything, even if it hurt the country, because they just want to get rid of this president. So I do get a little suspect, but I know that the lawyers on both sides are there, lots of folks looking over at people's shoulders. But, you know, we got to keep the republic together. We got to keep the country moving forward. I'm going to respect the office and the person who's elected by the people, duly elected. I'm going to find common ground where I can, and I'm going to fight for our values, which means I might be fighting tooth and nail some of the radical agenda if in fact it's a Biden-Harris ticket.
Do you worry, though, and maybe I'm wrong with all of this, but do you worry, though, that if this becomes some sort of prolonged legal fight, that the collateral damage, especially right now, will start to affect the markets and the business folks who are teetering a little bit? The markets have not cared for any sort of volatility like this in the past.
Well, I don't think we've seen anything like this, and you're right. The certainty is will have adverse implications on the markets. We're still trying to recover from this pandemic. We got to get back together and go to work. A lot of things stalled out on account of the presidential. So we can't have this be a protracted process any more than it has to be. There are time constraints on counting the votes in these various states. We need to get through it, and then we need to get back to work, and plenty of work to do, whether it's China, recovery, rural health care. The list is pretty long. There's always more work to do.
And coming up, we'll continue our chat with Congressman Arrington and find out if he's thinking about a job change anytime soon.